Hey guys, how you doing? Can't beat a nice cup of tea. Okay, so as you can see, this is going to be another pickups video, and this is going to be a great pickups video because I've got a bit of modern and a bit of retro, and the retro is just superb because I've got some games I've been trying to add to the collection for a hell of a long time. Finally got them, and really happy to have them in the collection at last. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on really. Recently I've been watching my good friend Blue Tonic 78 picking up loads of PlayStation 3 games. He's been buying all the older games that are like really cheap now. I'm sure you all know if you go on eBay, you can get a lot of the older games under £20 sealed, and you can get quite a few of them for under £10 sealed, and on Amazon as well. And it's quite surprising how much games have dropped so fast. Only yesterday I was checking, and I'm pretty certain on Amazon Deus Ex Human Revolution was selling for £18, which is like, it's crazy. It's only been like, what's it been, like a month and a half, maybe 2 months, I'm not too sure. It probably hasn't been that long since its release, and it's gone from £40 down to 18. That's just crazy. I mean, Deus Ex is not a crap game. It's a pretty big budget game, so yeah, I'm quite surprised by that. And it just makes you think, what's the point of buying them day one? But sometimes games do come out that, I can't resist, like Uncharted. You have to buy on day one. So yeah, having said that, I have picked up a couple of the older games that have been on my radar for a while, and I've been putting them off, and then I just caved in with them and I thought, screw it, I need something to play, so I'm going to buy them. And I like when I say that I need something to play, and then you look at that a lot. But modern wise, I need some modern games to play. And so the first one I picked up, I got this from Amazon for $7.99, brand new and sealed, limited edition of Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days. Now this, when it came out, played a demo of it. Really liked the demo. I thought the demo was excellent. It's really fun, my kind of game. If you don't know, it's a cover-based shooter, but it's done in a very gritty style, like a camcorder style, like a Tarantino kind of extremely overly violent style. It's pretty vicious. Now, I played the demo, as I say, and I love the demo to bits, but I wasn't that convinced that I wanted to drop 40 quid on day one, so I was going to wait. So picking it up for $7.99, total bargain. It's only about 5 hours long. I finished it yesterday, which was quite a shock. So it's a very short game, but I would definitely say for £8 it's well worth a pickup. And it's around about 7.5 to 8 quid on eBay as well. There's tons of seal copies just knocking around. I would definitely give it a try if you were interested after playing the demo, or if you just have any interest in it, play it and see what you think, especially at that price. And even if you've never even taken any notice of this game, pick it up and try it. It's basically a cover-based shooter. As I say, it's very gritty styling. You play as Lynch for the majority of the game, and there's a small section at the end of the game where you play as Kane, which for me personally I didn't understand why they did that. It's kind of pointless. You either do half and half, or you play the whole game as one character. To just tack on the last half an hour playing Kane was a bit silly. I didn't really get why they did that, but whatever. I thought overall, really fun game. It's nothing amazing. The story and the acting are just average. They're not brilliant. They're good enough. They're serviceable. They get you through. That's the main thing. They're not so bad that you'll skip, so they're good enough to watch through the cutscenes. I found the gameplay itself was pretty decent. It's basically just a corridor shooter in a way. You just they're open areas, but it's throwing you down a corridor. It's very linear. You basically run from cover to cover, shoot the enemies, clear the area, move on to the next area, shoot some more enemies, clear that area. The game, there's like Gears of War style really, but it's really good fun. The only problems I had with the game, and it's hard to criticise a game you only paid $7.99 for it, but I paid full price day one, then I'd have been pissed off. But because it's cheap, I don't mind as much. But the only problem I can say, the criticisms for this game, number one is the cover system isn't that great. Loads of times I'd be hiding behind concrete blocks and concrete bollards, and I'd literally be ducking below them, or I'd be leaning up against a concrete wall like that, and I was completely covered. And yet somehow the enemies, being as accurate as they are, manage to shoot you in the face quite a lot. And as soon as you pop out of cover, before you even pull your gun up, you're getting shot, and you're getting that regenerated health bullshit where the screen goes dark, which I really hate that. It proper annoys me because it makes it really difficult to visualise. And because I kept getting shot so much, it was really hard to try and aim your weapon and get a good shot. So, it's not massively annoying, it only happens now and again, but it's frustrating when it does happen. Another problem I had was the AI was hilariously bullet proof basically. They were bullet sponges. There was a time when I unloaded 3 clips of ammunition from an assault rifle into the one guy before he dropped dead, and he got no body armour or nothing. He was just a normal bloke, and I'm like, hang on a minute, what's going on here? It's really strange. And then there's other guys, you shoot them once in the head and they drop. So it's very unbalanced, which is a bit of a shame. There goes my phone. Should have turned it off. Sorry about that. And the only other thing I can criticise is the ending. It's one of them games like Homefront, where you're playing the game, you're getting into it, you think, great, there's a really cool bit's going to come up now, we're going to really advance the story. Then that's it, done. It just ends. It was literally just ended. I can't tell you where it ends because it'll spoil the game for you. But yeah, I was really disappointed because I was hoping they were going to take the story further and I was going to get some more action. But overall, I would say if you just want a cheap game where you run from cover to cover with handguns, machine guns, assault rifles, and you just get to shoot a shitload of dudes, and it's a lot of fun to do so, pick up Kane Lynch. It's dead cheap, the controls are great, and the shooting's really fun, and the sound effects are excellent on the guns as well. They feel really meaty and you feel like you're making an impact. So yeah, especially the handguns are really, really impressive actually. I really like them a lot. Handguns are a big deal for me in games because usually they're pretty crap. But yeah, excellent. So that's Kane Lynch 2, The Dog Days. I'm just going to put my phone on silent so the bloody thing doesn't keep beeping at me every time I try and talk. Okay, there we go. Right, that's better. Phone's off. Just have a quick drink of my tea. Okay, so next up is a game from a series of games which I've never been a massive fan of. They're really overhyped in my opinion. The only game I've ever enjoyed was the third game on PlayStation 1, which I thought was really, really fun at the time, and I did enjoy it a lot. However, I've never completed any of the games in the series because it's renowned for having a crap camera, which I've always found it has, and it's always been a bit wonky and unbalanced, and I don't know, I just never really got into it. The only games I've enjoyed, as I say, were number 3 on the PlayStation 1, and there was a game called Legends on the Xbox and PlayStation 2, which was really, really fun. And there's a new game coming out to completely reboot the series, which I think is coming out 2012, I'm pretty right, and that looks really cool, so I'm excited to try that out. So I thought I'd give this one a try, because I've checked out a few gameplays and it looks really cool. And it's a sealed copy of Tomb Raider Underworld. Now, this is either going to be brilliant or it's going to be really bad. I paid £6.50 for this, which I think is pretty good, plus £1.50 delivery, so £8 total. Can't argue with that, even if it's bad. Yeah, I checked out the gameplays and it looked really, really cool. It looked like a pretty decent game. It looked like they've improved the camera slightly. I know there are some camera issues still, from what I've seen of reviews of it from IGN, etc. But yeah, I mean, overall, it looks pretty decent. Nice platforming, nice gunplay. So I'm fingers crossed it's going to be a good game and it'll get me in the mood for the new Tomb Raider when that comes out. But I'll let you know when I've played it, see how I get on with it. Because at the moment I'm playing Battlefield 3, obviously. I finished Kane Lynch yesterday and I put Battlefield straight in. That game is bastard hard. I don't know what's going on with it. Literally, you've got easy, normal and hard. Now, most shooters, first person, third person, whatever, I can play them on normal, no problem at all. And some games, like Medal of Honor Airborne, I have to play it on expert because it doesn't challenge me enough. I don't know what's going on with Battlefield. I put it on normal and it's just absolutely solid. Maybe it's just my ability's not so good with Battlefield games, but the bit at the beginning of the game where you're out on the street and you have to run up on the steps and grab the 50 caliber machine gun and defend the area, and you got like a little tin foil cover. I can't do it on normal. I just keep dying. Every time I run up there and grab the gun, I get shot in the face about 20 times. Hit the deck, grab the gun, stand up, and whether stand up, lay down, whatever, I either get a rocket, a grenade, or a bullet in the head, and it's just ridiculous. So I had to drop it down to easy, which seems like a balanced gameplay to a degree. The AI is a bit more stupid, but at least I can actually get through the levels. I don't like playing it on easy because I don't like to play any game on easy because I think there's no point. But I have to say, Battlefield, the difficulty is wonky, man. I don't know what's going on with it, but the game itself's really fun. I'm enjoying it. The script's a bit crap, the dialogue's terrible, but the game itself, beautiful looking game. And I'm only on the second part, so I haven't really got very far. It's just after that bit on the gantry where you're shooting everybody, and you've just, I think it's like, was it the earthquake bit that you see on the trailer, the E3, when you're on the big minigun on the back of the truck and the earthquake kicks off and you get crushed. It's just after that, so I haven't got really far, but yeah, it's pretty cool so far, and the graphics are awesome. So yeah, after I've played that, I'll be playing Tomb Raider, I think. That's my next one. Anyway, so next game I picked up, guys, is a game I played a demo of ages ago, and I put a video on my channel, a Saturday night special. There were 2 demos at the time that one weekend, so I put both demos up as a 2-part special. First one was Infamous 2, amazing game, and the other one was Red Faction Armageddon. Actually, this one's still sealed as well because I'm obviously need to play Tomb Raider first. Really, really enjoyed the demo of this, and I picked this up just quickly for $9.99 from Amazon, so bargain. And I've really enjoyed the demo. I'm not a big Red Faction third person fan. I like the first person game. Well, in fact, I like Red Faction 1 was awesome. Red Faction 2, I recently played it on the Xbox, and yeah, it's a bit ropey. It's extremely basic. It's fun, but it just hasn't got that awesome atmosphere that the first game had. But yeah, whatever. But the third person one, I tried Guerrilla, the demo, and it was alright. But I don't know, it's probably, I don't think that's it. There's only Guerrilla and Red Faction Armageddon in there. I'm not too sure because I don't really follow the series. But yeah, anyway, that's beside the point. Armageddon, played the demo, absolutely loved it. I love the fact that you got that thing where you can create environments, you can build like bridges that have been trashed, or you can trash an environment to like, you can take down a wall to walk through an area, etc. It's a nice little element, and nothing new, but yeah, pretty cool. And the gunplay was cool. And I'm not a fan of mechs, but the mech machine that you get into Red Faction, if you played on the demo, I really enjoyed it. It was a good laugh. So I thought, well, $9.99, I'll pick it up and give it a shot. It's worth a try. So yeah, I've got those. So as I say, I've got a fair bit to be getting on with. I've got to finish Battlefield 3, then I'll play through Tomb Raider, hopefully, try and get through to the end of it. Depends if a puzzle stumps me, because puzzles always stump me. And then I'll try and play Red Faction Armageddon after that. No, okay. So next game I picked up for PlayStation 3. Right, okay. I know I'm going to get a lot of shit from you guys for this. And I know there's going to be people going, what the are you doing buying that? And especially Blue Atomic 78 is probably going to be like, I can't believe you bought that, Pete. But basically, I'll be absolutely honest with you. I'll just show you what the game is first. That's the easy way. So, what I have bought and what just came today, Modern Warfare 3. Right, okay, so you're thinking, why the hell have I bought Modern Warfare 3? If you know me, you know I hate the Call of Duty series as far as like what it's doing for the gaming industry, the way it's been hauled, the fact that, you know, they're just milking the same game every year and not really changing anything and making a shitload of money off it. And there's people out there who don't play games properly, all they play is Call of Duty and that's it. And are not willing to expand their horizons and try different genres like we do. And you know, it seems like the epitome of cheap ass, easy thrown together to make a massive profit gaming. And you know, and it is. I stand by everything I've ever said about the series, absolutely do. But then I also have to say that I recently, about a month ago I think it was, they released a video of the London mission where you're in the train station in the tube, and I was just like, as always happens with Call of Duty games, I saw that and I went, holy shit, that looks so cool. I want to play through that, it looks brilliant. And yeah, alright, the game's going to be like, I think it's like 5 hours long, which is crap, obviously. And it's a Michael Bay movie, basically. But, you know, I can't defend my actions. At the end of the day, I know that I stand by what I've said in the past. And I will always be honest with you guys, I do think the Call of Duty franchise is bullshit and they are completely ruining the industry in a way. You know, especially Activision, but that's another topic. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I ain't going to argue. I wanted to play it. I wanted to have some fun with it. And I think at the end of the day, you can take gaming. I've just said that twice. That's annoying. You can take like anything, entertainment, music, films, whatever, art. It can all be taken a bit too seriously and can be a bit snobby sometimes. And I think myself, I've gotten like a lot of other people where you're in the danger zone of being a snob with games and saying, oh, you know, you shouldn't play that because of this or that. At the end of the day, if you want to play something, play it because you enjoy it. I mean, my argument has always been just the fact that people should just, you know, play a variety of games, try different things. Don't be afraid to try a game. It doesn't matter if you don't usually play shooters or you don't usually play platformers or puzzle games. Or, you know, I'd try RPGs if I had any clue how to play them. The only reason I don't play them is because I don't have a clue how to play them. That's the only reason. And also the time investment as well. I mean, these games, you know, you've got 50-hour RPGs. I ain't got the time to be playing them. But yeah, I just think, well, you know, why not just buy it and enjoy it, and you know, what the hell. I don't want to be a game snob because I'm not. You know, me personally, I've always just bought games because I like the look of them. So, but you know, I am opinionated and I do say what I think, and I might contradict myself, but there you go. That's the way it is, isn't it? I think we all do that. But yeah, anyway, the other reason I bought it as well, because this is what annoys me actually about Call of Duty, is why is it every time a new Call of Duty comes out, Game and Game Station think they can charge 45 quid for it? Why does Call of Duty, which is a 5-hour campaign, or 6 hour maybe if you look at it, why is it that they are £5 more than any other game that's released? You can have a game like Uncharted where you get a 10-hour gameplay and they charge 40 quid for it or 38 quid for it, and then Call of Duty comes out and they charge 45 just because of the hype and the bullshit behind it and the stupid marketing campaign. That's bollocks, that is. I don't understand that at all. It's ridiculous because you go online, you can get it for 40 anyway, so why would they think they can charge 45 and get people to buy it? And well, obviously they're aiming at people who aren't gamers and people who don't shop online, I suppose. But who doesn't shop online nowadays? I don't know. Parents? Who knows? But the point is, anyway, there's a guy flogging a shitload of them on eBay, and that's how I got it. I got it. Well, he had them on sale the day before it came out. He must have got them early. He had about 40 copies, and he was selling them for $32.99 with free shipping. And you know, that's a decent saving. You know, so I thought, why not? Can't argue with that. So yeah, I mean, if I regret buying it because it's a pile of crap, it's my fault. But I'm sure I'll have a laugh playing it anyway. But yeah, I know I'm going to get a load of shit in the comments because everyone's going to be like, well, you know, you said all that crap about Call of Duty and you go and buy it, you're a hypocrite. Yeah, I am, absolutely. But at the end of the day, I want to play it, so you know, I had to buy it at some point. Anyway, so that's the modern stuff. Onto the retro stuff. And I got some additions to my fantastic Super Nintendo collection, which I'm really, really happy about. I've said before, there's a small list of games I have in my mind that are essential purchases for Super Nintendo, and I've got the majority now that I wanted. I've got the Mario World, Mario Kart, Mario All Stars, Mario World 2, Yoshi's Islands. I've got Metroid, Street Fighter 2. I've got games like Axlay, Batman Returns. All the essential games that I wanted to put in my collection. There's only a couple, well, literally 3 more games that I needed to definitely get before just buy other games that I'm interested in buying but not essentials. And I got 2 of them this month. This week. Really, really, really chuffed. Particularly because these 2 games are expensive and I've never been able to pick them up because of one of the price. Well, one game in particular, you can get it in great shape, but it's bloody expensive, and I weren't willing to pay the price. So I wanted to wait till I was able to save the cash up. And the other game, I never really see it in the condition I want it for the right price, because the ones in the good conditions are people who are selling it for stupid prices on eBay. But I got lucky and found a couple of really, really good sellers and got some great prices. So without further ado, guys, the first game I picked up is Contra 3, The Alien Wars, which is just in really nice shape, better shape than I thought it was. And I saw the photograph, it looked in good shape. When I got it, it was in great shape, so I was really happy with this. And this was on auction in the UK. There was a guy selling it with a starting bid of £20. So I figured, well, if he's putting 20 quid starting bid, he must be a collector of some kind, because he obviously knows how much the game goes for on American eBay and stuff. It turns out he is a collector, so that makes sense. And I say it was on auction for £20, and no one was bidding on it. I left it a couple of days. I sent him a message and said, have you got a buy now price in mind for the game? And he wrote back and said, well, make me an offer. Which I always hate that when people do that, because you never know whether to go high or low, and you're never too sure. You know, you don't want to go too low and take the piss and be insulting, but you don't want to go too high and, you know, have to pay too much for the game. So I said to him, well, okay, how about 30 quid, shipped in a box, free delivery, you know. And he went, okay, I'll do it for 35. And I thought, well, considering how much people sell this for on American eBay, and with shipping and possible customs charges, I was like, yeah, all right, 35 quid's a really good price. So, got a poster that comes with it. Oh wow, I haven't even looked at this yet, that's really cool. Oh, look at that. That is sweet, look at that. That is brilliant, I like that. And some gameplay of Turtles 4 on the back, Mystical Ninja and Gradius 3. I got Turtles 4 because it's just a brilliant game, it's a classic. I love these posters, they're fantastic. I really like the way Ramstein fan has got these posters up on the wall. He's got them like framed, they look really cool. There's the precaution leaflet as always. The fantastic manual in great shape. I believe it's colour as well. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Nice colour manual, you can't beat that. Brilliant. And then the game itself with dust cover even. Christ. And cardboard box. No plastic bag unfortunately, but that's fine. And the cartridge is in great shape. There you go. And the pins. Yeah, absolutely excellent condition. So 35 quid with free shipping, you can't argue. I thought that was a really good price, and I'm really glad to have picked that up finally. Yeah, I've been trying to get it for ages, and I say the prices on eBay America are just ridiculous, because a lot of the time you get them like $50 or something, and the box is in really shit condition, or the manual's mangled or something. And then, you know, the price starts going up then when you want a really good condition one. And you get the idiots that charge like $100 and it's like, yeah, I ain't paying that. But anyway, Contra 3, really glad to have it. Fantastic addition to my collection. And I've had a count up, and this is number 67, so that's really good. Now this last one, guys, this is a really, really amazing addition to my SNES collection. This is one I've wanted for so long. I had this when I had a Super Famicom years ago. I had the Japanese version of this game, and I remember it being really, really good at the time. And I wanted to get this for the American collection for a long time. Unfortunately, this game is really expensive on American eBay. There's a lot of mint condition copies going around because there's quite a few sealed copies that knock around and people must unwrap them and play them and sell them on. And generally you're looking around about $70, $75, which is about, I think, I'm not entirely certain, but I think that's about 50 quid, somewhere like that, for a second-hand copy in mint condition. And usually the sealed copies are $100, which is about 60, 65, something like that at the moment. So it's quite an expensive game, you know, just for the one SNES game. But it's one I've wanted for so long, and it's from a series of games for the Super Nintendo. The fourth game in the series that was released on the Super NES, and I've been absolutely dying to get this, and I'm so chuffed to finally get it. And so I'll show you what it is, and then I'll tell you how much I paid for it. It's really good. It is Street Fighter Alpha 2, and you can see the condition is fantastic. Really nice. There are a couple of creases on the top there, but you probably won't even see them, they're that minor. But I don't care, I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic condition. I can't wait to, let me get this right, 32 meg cartridge as well, so it's going to be a beast. And again, this one's got a poster, it's got a Metroid poster by the look of it. Like Nintendo Power. I saw my Star Fox on it. I've got this in one of the other games, I've seen it before. There you go. And there's Donkey Kong Country, Stanley Cup, there's Legend of Gaia, Illusion of Gaia even, Mario World, Metroid, and there's Uniracers and some Punch Out in the back of there as well. There you go. And of course, yeah, the standard precautions, you've got to always have that. And the manual, which is fantastic, it's a full colour manual, it's got all the characters in the back, all the moves, everything, it's really cool. Yeah, it's just super. I mean, look at that, that's the kind of manual you want. Proper breakdown of the characters and everything, it's just spot on. All the moves and everything. God, they just don't make manuals like this anymore. In fact, most games, a lot of the games don't have a manual at all. I mean, it's like a bit of paper with some bullshit on it. There you go, this one's also great because it's got everything. It's got the plastic bag, the dust cover, the tray, everything. And it is in absolutely superb condition as well, as you can see there. And the pins. Yeah, the label on that's just spot on. I'm really, really happy. You don't understand how excited I am to have this. I've now got all the Street Fighters on the Super NES, and I was, you know, I thought it was going to be a long time before I could actually own this because of the price of it. But yeah, I just can't wait to crack this on. Especially after recently doing Sean Sidious's challenge and playing Super Street Fighter. I'm dying to see what this is like because I have the Japanese version. It was a long. It must have been 2007, 2008. So it's been at least like 3 or 4 years since I played it, and you know, your memory's never as good as the real thing. So I'm interested to see how it looks and plays. And you know, it's 32 megs, and every Street Fighter game on the SNES gets better every time. The graphics improve, so I'm really excited to try this out. So yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I paid for it now. Basically, the guy, I was looking on eBay as I always do. I always, now and again, every couple of weeks, I'll do a newly listed items to find out if Street Fighter's been put on there, Alpha 2. And I saw a guy on there, and he put one up. Buy now, $49.99. And I was like, oh, that's a bloody cheap price. Why is he selling it for that? Well, if you don't know, that's around about 30 quid-ish, maybe a little bit more, but 30, 31, something like that. Which is absolute steal, as I say, because normally you're looking at about 50 quid easy for a second-hand copy. And I thought, bloody hell, that's good. But unfortunately, when I checked the auction, he wrote at the bottom of the auction, no international shipping. And I was like, oh, shit. And so I left it, and about a week later, I went back on, had another search, and it was still there for sale, and I thought, oh, you ain't sold it. And I thought, screw it. Sent him an email. I said, look, I know you said that you don't do international shipping, but is there any chance you might make an exception this time, you know? And I said to him, like, you know, check out my feedback. I buy games regular from America, so you can see that I've got a good feedback, I'm reliable, etc. You know, try and give him a bit of confidence in selling to me. And he went back, he went, yeah, okay, no problem. He did say that the shipping, he wanted to send it priority shipping, so I'm assuming, like, I've come across sellers before in America where they've stopped doing international shipping because games have gone missing, they've had aggravation with the buyers, and I can understand that. And so they only, if they do it, they want to charge priority shipping to make sure it arrives safely and they don't have any problems. So it was $25, which I know the Americans watching this are going to go, Jesus Christ, dude. And yeah, I know, it's a lot of money. I mean, I know Blue Tonic was like, that's ridiculous. And it is for a game that small. but he got here within a week as well, so that's always a bonus. And as I say, I would normally be paying $75 just for the game alone, and then you've got shipping on top. And even if you don't have priority shipping, usually shipping is around about $7 to $12 depending on the shipper, the seller. And then obviously you've got to worry about customs, you might get customs charged on, so it all works out well. So I'm really, really happy. $50 for a mint condition, complete copy of Street Fighter Alpha 2 is a really great price. Yeah, I'm well chuffed. So I've got 68 box games now for my SNES collection. I've got all the titles I wanted, bar one, which is F-Zero. Plus I've got loads of titles which I bought along the way, which I wasn't expecting to buy because they're just games I've come across and thought, oh, that looks interesting, I'll try that out. Or they're games like Aladdin, which I knew were great anyway, but they weren't essential games, they're just games I wanted to own and play at some point. But yeah, I'm really, really chuffed around my collection's coming along. The fact that I've got like Mario World is still the icing on the cake, really. It's the golden nugget of my collection, because I never thought I'd ever get a black label Mario World, and I'm still rather quite chuffed about the fact that I've got that, and it's just, yeah, it's definitely the jewel in the crown. But there you go, guys, that's the pickups I've had in the last week, maybe 2 weeks, and it's a fair bit. I'm now going to go and play them all. Obviously, I've got to play Street Fighter anyway, definitely. I want to finish Battlefield, which is just awesome. Retro Bites, mate, you're awesome, dude. And then I'll be cracking on with Tomb Raider, and then a bit of Red Faction, and then a bit of Modern Warfare. I was going to play Modern Warfare next, but I don't want to really go from Battlefield to Modern Warfare, because that's a bit too much of the same thing in one go. Yeah, like military shooter, I don't mean style of game. If everyone says, oh, they're not the same game. Yeah, I know they're not. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to your comments, because I know I'm going to get flamed about Call of Duty, so cheers. See you all again soon.